Hello, my friends. I am speaking to you today not just as a surgeon who has spent decades caring for older adults, but as someone who truly cares about your well-being. I want to talk to you from the heart, with a sense of urgency and compassion. If you are a senior, or you care for someone who is, please listen closely. What I am about to share could make a real difference in your life. Today, I am here to ask you, almost to beg you, to reconsider some of the foods you may be eating every day. Specifically, I want to talk about 5 common vegetables that could be silently harming your vision. You might think your eyesight is simply getting worse because of age. Maybe you have noticed that sunlight feels too bright, faces are harder to recognize, or reading is more tiring, even if you do not spend much time on screens or with books. But what if I told you that the real problem might not be your age or a disease? What if the real culprit is right there on your plate? Over the years, I have seen this pattern again and again. Older adults who are otherwise healthy and clear-minded suddenly begin to lose their vision. It happens slowly, quietly, and often without any obvious warning signs. One woman told me she could no longer recognize her grandson's face in the morning light. Her eyesight faded, not because of any diagnosed illness, but because of the innocent-looking vegetables she ate every day, prepared in ways she never questioned. But here is the good news: it is not too late. Today, I will walk you through the 5 vegetables you should stop eating, not someday, but starting now, if you want to protect your eyes, preserve your independence, and hold on to every precious moment you still have left to see. Before we dive in, if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to do so now. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. And if you find this video helpful, please type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. Now, let us begin. Section 1: Spinach leftovers. A hidden danger in your fridge. Let us start with a vegetable that many of us consider a symbol of health: spinach. Spinach is green, soft when cooked, and has long been seen as a healthy staple, especially for older adults who want to eat clean and get more iron. You will find it in omelets, soups, pasta, and even in creamy casseroles passed down through generations. But here is something few people realize: that leftover spinach you reheated for lunch might be silently harming your eyes, day by day, fork by fork. When spinach is cooked, and then stored overnight in the refrigerator, something unsettling happens. Spinach is naturally rich in nitrates. When it is cooled and then reheated, those nitrates can turn into nitrites. Nitrites are compounds that may increase oxidative stress in the body. In simple terms, nitrites can damage the tiny, delicate blood vessels that feed your retina, the part of your eye responsible for sharp, central vision. Over time, that damage can lead to macular degeneration, blurred vision, difficulty adjusting to bright light, and even a gradual, painless loss of sight. This is not just a theory. I have seen patients in their late 70s who never touched smartphones, never read in the dark, and never had diabetes, yet their vision declined mysteriously. When we traced back their habits, one pattern often emerged: the habit of eating reheated spinach dishes several times a week. They did this to save time, save money, or avoid wasting food. And I understand none of us want to throw away food, especially something as innocent-looking as a bowl of sautéed spinach. But ask yourself this: is a scoop of leftovers worth risking your ability to see the faces of those you love? The real danger of aging is not just what we lose, but what we unknowingly give away by sticking to habits that no longer serve us. And if that is the case with spinach, imagine what raw kale in your morning smoothie might be doing. The answer may surprise you. If you are still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment 1 below to let me know you are with me. Section 2: Raw kale and smoothies. Not always so green. Kale has become the poster child for healthy eating. In every senior wellness magazine and every grocery flyer, you will see kale praised as a superfood. It is packed with fiber, calcium, antioxidants, and vitamins. It is no wonder so many older adults, hoping to stay sharp and energized, have added raw kale to their daily smoothie routine. But what if I told you that your green drink might be slowly dulling your vision? The truth is, raw kale, when eaten too often, can silently interfere with your body's ability to protect your eyes. Kale is high in oxalates. These are natural compounds that bind to calcium and zinc, two minerals that are essential for eye health, especially for the retina and the macula, where your central vision lives. When oxalates bind with these minerals, they form tiny crystals that are hard for your body to absorb. In effect, they rob your eyes of the nutrition they need to stay strong. I have seen patients who do everything right, no smoking, regular exercise, plenty of hydration, and yet they come in with complaints of eye fatigue, blurred vision, or a strange haze in bright sunlight. They are confused. When I ask about their diet, many proudly say, "I drink a kale smoothie every morning." They never expected that something so green, so clean, could have hidden consequences. This is not about fear. It is about balance. Kale still has value, but steaming or sautéing it breaks down the oxalates, making its nutrients more available for your body to use. If you have been tossing raw kale into your blender every day, thinking it is helping, it might be time to rethink that routine. Because if a leafy green like kale can quietly block the very nutrients your eyes depend on, what else could be hiding in your kitchen, behind a familiar crunch and a familiar taste? Let us talk about one of America's favorite guilty pleasures, pickled vegetables. Their flavor is bold, but so are the consequences. Section 3. Pickled vegetables, tasty but treacherous. There is something nostalgic about pickled vegetables. Whether it is the crunch of a dill pickle with your sandwich, the tang of sauerkraut on a bratwurst, or the bite of pickled beets in a salad, these foods take us back to family barbecues, old recipes, and simpler times. They taste sharp, vivid, and alive. But beneath the flavor and tradition lies a truth that is hard to swallow. These foods may be quietly damaging your vision, one bite at a time. Pickled vegetables are packed with salt, and not just a pinch. A single serving can carry hundreds of milligrams of sodium, far beyond what aging eyes and blood vessels can safely handle. Excess salt raises blood pressure, but more specifically, it strains the delicate capillaries in the eyes, especially those in the retina. Over time, this pressure can weaken the vessel walls, leading to microbleeds, blurred vision, and hypertensive retinopathy, a condition many older adults do not even realize they have, until their eyesight has already begun to dim. Worse still, many commercial pickles contain preservatives and artificial coloring compounds linked to inflammation and oxidative stress. These are not just threats to your eyes, they burden the entire circulatory system, including the blood flow to your brain. That daily pickle you eat for a little flavor might actually be dulling your sharpness, both in sight and in thought. I have spoken with seniors who told me, "I only eat a few pickles a day." That cannot be bad, right? But when vision fades and memory begins to skip like a scratched record, we often wish we could go back and undo the little things like reaching for that jar. And if your pickle habit is doing this much, what happens when the food you think is heart-healthy, like garlic, starts turning against your eyes too? What you are about to learn may surprise you even more. If you are still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment one below to let me know you are here. Section 4. Garlic in high doses. Powerful but risky. Garlic has long been celebrated in American kitchens and across the world not just as a flavorful staple but as a natural remedy. For generations, it has been hailed as a heart protector, a cholesterol fighter, even a blood purifier. And truthfully, garlic does have incredible properties. But as with many things in life, too much of a good thing can quietly become a hidden danger, especially for older adults. When consumed in large amounts, particularly in raw form, or as concentrated supplements, garlic acts as a natural blood thinner. That may sound helpful, especially for seniors concerned about heart health or stroke risk. But here is what many do not realize. Thin blood can easily lead to tiny internal bleeds in fragile parts of the body, like the eyes. The retina is laced with delicate capillaries, thinner than a strand of hair. As we age, those vessels become more fragile. Add a blood thinner like garlic, along with medications such as aspirin or warfarin, and the risk of vitreous hemorrhage, floaters, and sudden blurred vision increases significantly. Some of my patients described it as seeing through smoke or noticing sudden flashes of light. They had no idea that the garlic they were proudly taking for circulation could have been the very thing disrupting the blood vessels behind their sight. Balance is key. A clove in your pasta sauce wonderful. A raw garlic smoothie every morning. With supplements on top, that is when the healing turns harmful. Your body, especially your eyes, needs nourishment, not overcorrection. So the next time you reach for that garlic capsule, ask yourself, am I helping my body or quietly straining it? Because if garlic, nature's healer, can harm your eyes in silence, then imagine what the sweetness of something as simple as canned corn might be covering up. What is hiding in that golden, syrupy bite might shock you. Section 5. Canned corn, convenient but stripping your vision. There is something deeply comforting about canned corn. It is warm, sweet, and golden, a little piece of summer sealed in a tin. It shows up on dinner tables across America, from Thanksgiving casseroles to weeknight meals. For many seniors, it feels familiar, easy, and safe. But behind that sweetness lies a quiet truth. Canned corn may be stealing the clarity from your eyes without you ever noticing. Unlike fresh or frozen corn, which retains much of its natural nutrition, canned corn is heavily processed. During manufacturing, much of the vital lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful antioxidants essential for protecting the retina, are lost. These nutrients play a key role in filtering harmful blue light and preventing age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults. But when you rely on canned corn as a regular side dish, thinking it is harmless, you are essentially feeding your body calories without the protection your eyes desperately need. To make matters worse, most canned varieties are packed with excess sodium and sugar, often hidden under labels like seasoned or sweet kernel. Over time, high sodium can increase intraocular pressure, placing strain on the optic nerve, while added sugar contributes to inflammation, silently eroding not just vision but overall vascular health. I have met older patients who say, "It is just corn, what harm can it do?" But small habits, repeated daily, shape the health we carry into our later years. And sometimes, it is the most innocent-seeming foods that do the most lasting harm. So before you open that next can, pause. Consider choosing fresh or frozen corn instead. A simple shift that could help preserve your ability to read, drive, and recognize the faces you love. Section 6. What should you eat instead? Vegetables that heal and protect your eyes. Now that we have uncovered what not to eat, the question is, what vegetables should you eat to sharpen your vision, protect your brain, and support your heart all at the same time? The answers might already be in your kitchen drawer. After learning about the vegetables that may slowly be taking your sight, it is only natural to ask, what should I be eating instead? What foods can truly support my vision, keep my mind sharp, and help my heart stay strong as I age? The good news is, the answers are not hidden in some exotic health store or expensive supplement. They are right there in your local grocery store, even in your garden, if you are lucky. Let us start with carrots, the age-old champion of eye health. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, which helps your body produce vitamin A nutrient absolutely essential for protecting the retina and enhancing night vision. Then there is the red bell pepper, often overlooked but quietly loaded with vitamin C and antioxidants that reduce inflammation and strengthen the blood vessels in the eyes. Or take kale. When gently cooked, it is a powerhouse of lutein and zeaxanthin, two nutrients that act like natural sunglasses for your retina, shielding it from blue light and reducing the risk of macular degeneration. And do not underestimate the humble ripe tomato. Filled with lycopene, it fights oxidative stress not just in your eyes, but throughout your vascular system, helping your heart and brain stay younger, longer. These are not trends or fads. They are gifts from nature, proven by science, ready to be part of your daily plate. The key is not just eating vegetables, it is eating the right ones, in the right way, with care, consistency, and intention. But even the healthiest vegetables lose their power if we cook them the wrong way, or eat them at the wrong time. What you do after your meal might be just as important as what is on your plate. And that is exactly what we will explore next. Section 7. Final thoughts. Protecting your sight starts at the table. Protecting your sight starts at the table. Growing older does not mean surrendering your vision. It means becoming wiser, more intentional with every bite, every habit, every choice. The vegetables we have discussed today are not evil by nature. In fact, some of them are incredibly nutritious when prepared and eaten the right way. But when we repeat harmful cooking habits, or rely on overly processed versions, we slowly chip away at the health of our eyes, our minds, and our hearts. Your eyesight is not just about reading or driving. It is about seeing your grandchildren smile, watching the seasons change, and recognizing the faces of those you love. That clarity is worth protecting. It is never too late to change course, to swap out a dangerous dish for a healing one. So start today. Reconsider what you eat, how you cook, and how those choices support your well-being. Every small shift matters, because good vision is not just a gift of youth, it is a reward of wisdom. If this message touched you, please share it. Help another senior protect their vision before it is too late, because when we protect our eyes, we do not just see the world, we stay connected to it. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I would love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect, and share one thing you have learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let us support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with your feedback. Your thoughts mean a lot to us. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here is to living life on your own terms with clear vision, a healthy heart, and a mind full of hope.